From the banks of the Allegheny, welcome to Film Bits, Sicario, Part 1. Hey everybody, we are back with a new film, and I have been waiting to do this film. For a while I was waiting to do this film just because I felt like it would be cool. I watched it twice, and then as I sat down and watched it a third time to break it down into segments for the episodes and stuff, I just started noticing more and more, and it finally clicked. So it took me 2 full watches and into a third for it to start clicking, which means probably by about 4 or 5 or 6 watches I will really have a lot to say. But I'm going to go with it now at the third watch. If you haven't seen it, maybe give it a watch or walk along with me. I don't know if YouTube is going to let me play a lot of the sound like I got to with True Detective and No Country, or no sound like I couldn't play with Seven. Most of that was soundless as far as the movie track playing in the background. But we will see. But come on for this ride. It's a beautifully shot film and a really cool character film. Well written, lots of information that's hidden from us as an audience. And enough of me jibber jabbering. Let's go. We're going to start here with a fade in of this sentence. The word Sicario comes from the zealots of Jerusalem, killers who hunted the Romans who invaded their homeland. In Mexico, Sicario means hitman. All right, so we're giving that just that little bit of context. Cut in, establishing shot, looks like a residential place in Chandler, Arizona. Just a bunch of houses. And dudes in black just cruising in on the normal neighborhood scene here. Let's see if we get some markings to where we know these guys are from. Looks like the FBI. Could be DEA. Could be ATF. I didn't see any markings. I mean, obviously I know, but let's see when we see. It's an interesting shot of that curtain with just a little bit of shadow that came by. Notice how the light went from brightly lit to darkness and then to that lovely shot of the sunlight, almost like a lens flare, and then pulled back off. That is our main character. And she is sharing a look with that African-American gentleman. Daniel Kaluuya is the actor, and Emily Blunt is the actress. She is named Kate, and he is named Reggie. Point of view from the front seat of the Booyah truck. And let's start off a film. FBI. As I record this, Kaluuya just won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. A lot of contrast of the light and the dark with their uniforms and the light that Denis Villeneuve, who is the director, he's bringing in the headlights there of the truck and the filtering in of the sand and dust. Ooh, missed with that shotgun? She did not. That was close. Nice blood smear.
Are you hit?
I'm good.
Team leader, status!
Clear, ma'am. 2 suspects in custody.
Red glow from that wall hanging is nice.
You okay,
Or that
Lisa?
Yeah.
sheet or whatever you want to call it, yeah.
There's no one here.
Reggie notices something. Whoa, he says. Where the shotgun went in, this is a great shot. Slow push. Slow push. Looks like plastic. Slow push. Slow push. Then we go out to the wide. Medium wide. They were just here for a drug bust. They found a lot more than they were thinking they were going to find. Smell of death. And the dead bodies of tortured and killed individuals. Light that's wide out. Emily Blunt's character Kate throwing up. Guys throwing up. Come back in to the camera different. I think it's a different set of bodies. Maybe the same set of bodies.
One on hostages.
No, that was something else.
So it wasn't a drug bust. Sorry, they were
Yeah.
trying to release
Attorney wants a
hostages.
statement. What do you want me to say to her?
The truth.
So that tells us something about Kate right there. In an opportunity where Kate could say anything there, like someone wants a statement, Kate could say something obfuscating, something masking what has gone on here. That they found this house with all of these corpses in it, but she says the truth. So just that little bit of dialogue indicative of her character. With that, she seems to be, and no pun intended, since she just took the shotgun guy out, a straight shooter. Let's pick it back up. I love this creep around the corner camera. It gives us that voyeur effect, like we're in there watching, and it slowly creeps, puts us definitely there. Now we see all these little slots. There are many, many bodies. And these guys in like hazmat suits. Now we get some suit and tie types, higher ups coming in to the scene. And again, that just slow movement. We are curious as an audience, and the camera is showing us some stuff. Kate, probably thinking, what the hell is going on here?
Looks like Sonora.
Yeah.
Looks like Sonora, is what he said.
How many total?
We've got 15 in this hall here, about 20 in the back bedroom. We haven't even checked the attic or under the crawl space.
Call DOJ, let them know we have.
36 bodies.
It's one of the houses.
She's still in
owned
the
by
same
Manuel
pose,
Diaz.
Kate.
No way to connect him, but he owns it.
Remember that name, Manuel Diaz.
Jesus Christ.
Reg, step out. It's okay.
Oh, trap door. Reg about to get sick.
Vickers! Need bolt cutters!
Drug sniffing dog or something sniffing dog, corpse dog, some kind of dog. I like this cut back in here, intensification of the music.
PD found something.
And that comes out of nowhere. Boom. Booby trapped whatever that was. Villeneuve lets that smoke and dust. This is also shot by Roger Deakins, one of my favorite cinematographers. He's done a bunch of films that are really well shot, and a lot of films you would have seen. Still working the smoke and haze, very realistic, to where we can't even see stuff. Dude lost his hand. Harsh cut. To Kate in the shower, and then taking care of her wounds. It's a heck of a day. Slow pan up gets us an idea of her bathroom. We saw the wadded cotton as she took care of herself. This gives us information about this character, just even the products that we see on her sink, whether it's neat or messy. The fog on the mirror lets us know that she just stepped out.
Is without a doubt a major escalation.
There's the explosion site there.
There will be pressure in Washington to explain how such a dramatic outrage could happen so deep inside the American heartland. We may be talking about the victims of a turf war, or maybe some
42
illegal
bodies in the
immigrants
House
who
of
were tied to a ransom.
Horrors.
But it will be some weeks before we have a clearer picture on who the victims.
And now we cut to the Department of Homeland Security, as we can see in that badge, kind of obscured. A meeting of a bunch of guys in a glass box, and
No idea.
Kate and Reggie hanging outside.
Been leading our kidnap response team for 3 years.
Then we cut inside to the box.
She got here and Jalen blinked. She's in the front line. Nobody's going to be happier than Kate to see these guys go down.
So she's a thumper.
Today was her 5th OIS.
5-0, not bad for a rookie. She never worked cases?
Been kicking doors since day one.
I like her already. What about the partner? You seen action?
He's lived with us 18 months.
What's his background?
He's a sharp kid. ROTC scholarship to Maryland, did a tour in Iraq, got his law degree from UNC.
Okay, so we get a little background. We don't see this character who's talking from the back. But he's asking a lot of questions about Reggie and Kate. Kate is still new to the job, but she has done and brought in a lot of cases. 5-0, it's pretty good for a rookie. And we learned that Reggie is an ex-military and has a law degree from the University of North Carolina. So that's kind of interesting as well. Pick it back up.
Anybody's good.
No lawyers on this train.
No lawyers.
Give me the girl.
Just give me the girl. Cut back out.
Book, right?
Of course.
And they're all looking at them.
Will you step in here, Kate?
And now we see a face. The great Josh Brolin.
Quite a find today. The loss of 2 officers notwithstanding.
Yes, sir.
How familiar are you with Manuel Diaz's operation?
His company's son.
Okay, so we see that shield now, and even though it's in soft focus, if we were cognizant before, we know we are in the Department of Homeland Security, okay? Kate is FBI. We don't know who any of these guys meeting in this room are. We saw the one guy who was giving the background information on both Kate and Reggie. He was at the scene. So he's probably FBI too, connected with Kate. But Josh Brolin, who was doing all the talking earlier, and this other guy who's now talking, they're not FBI. We don't know who or what they are, but they're doing something. At least Josh Brolin is doing something, because he says no lawyers on this train. Just give me the girl. So something that is connected with the Department of Homeland Security and the drug cartels, because they mentioned this guy Manuel Diaz again. Something is going down that Kate is being recruited for. Pick it back up.
Oasis has 80 or so foreclosure properties. He has other legitimate businesses. But he's rumored to be linked with one of the Mexican cartels.
Manuel Diaz works for the Sonora cartel. He's most likely their senior member in the United States.
What do you know about his brother?
I wasn't aware he had one.
Guillermo.
Okay, so again, let's do a character study real quick. Brolin, because we don't know his name yet. Hair slicked back, wearing the glasses, but they're kind of down on the nose. T-shirt, faded T-shirt underneath, unbuttoned, cotton kind of shirt there. Coffee cup, pretty casual. Has this kind of humored look on his face a few of the times that we've gotten to see it thus far. Seems like a fairly casual dude when all the rest of the guys around this table are wearing collared shirts and ties, button up. He's not, and his is a short sleeve. Pick it back up.
Brother's name is Guillermo. Do you know anything about his cousin?
I didn't know he had one of those either. None of that is in his file.
His cousin is Fausto Alarcon.
Alarcon is scorpion in Spanish.
No one does. He's off the grid.
He's number 3 in the Sonora cartel.
This is not my department, sir.
Like I said, Agent Mesa doesn't work narcotics. She runs a kidnap response team.
Are you married?
Am I married?
Or do you have a husband?
I love Josh Brolin.
Divorced?
Kids.
I like this, how he's almost interrogating.
Anything else?
No. Thanks, Kate, if you could wait outside.
Probably ask those questions because of the risk involved, I would assume.
Well,
I have no clue.
Who are those people, you know?
No idea.
Oh, and he has flip-flops too. Really casual.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Will you come back in, Kate?
Look at his posture.
DOJ wants advisors that focus on
Department of
cartels
Justice.
involved in pursuing Mr. Diaz. This is Matt Graver.
Matt Graver. Josh Brolin. Look at that wave.
Isn't this Phoenix homicide now?
No, we're expanding the scope of the investigation.
You'll act as a liaison.
What does that mean?
They need an agent with tactical experience like you.
State Department is pulling an agent from the field that specializes in responding to escalated cartel activity. You'll be part of the team. You meet up with him at Luke tomorrow?
Day after. Early.
Air Force Base.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Guillermo.
Diaz's brother.
That's the one.
Where is he?
He's in the El Paso area.
El Paso area. Okay, now if you saw that little sideways look and that cut, all right, we could have left that look out. Why do we include that look? Well, as hopefully you have guessed that as soon as Matt says El Paso area, he's not being totally forthright. And Kate's boss's look is like, yeah, that's a bunch of BS. So already they've recruited Kate because they need someone with tactical experience from the FBI, they say. But they're already not telling her the truth. There's something that is not adding up. And that's what that little cutaway to her boss told us with his little bit of acting there. And then we cut back in. Let's pick it back up.
To dramatically overreact.
Look at the smiles. I love the smiles of Matt.
Interagency task force.
Look at his face. You must volunteer.
Very hard before you respond.
Think very hard. It's like he's trying to tell her not to.
Do we get an opportunity of the men responsible for today?
She goes over to Matt.
The men who are really responsible. Yeah.
Now he's all serious.
I'll volunteer.
She's on board. Now we cut to Nogales, Mexico. It's just over the border. And we're in a Mexican house. It's an ashtray. Looks like nicotine stains on the fingers. I'm assuming I'm not a smoker, but we see all those cigarettes, and then we see his hands, so.
Ya, hombre, ya.
Vamos, papá, tenemos que ir al juego de fútbol.
¿Vamos a jugar fútbol?
Sí,
¿Seguro?
sí.
No.
Sí, papá, tenemos que ir al juego.
So it doesn't look like much as houses go in Mexico. Looks like a nice, modest home. Got a fan, so probably not air conditioning. And we see the kind of the rattiness of the walls and the minimal furnishings and the different colors, peelings. Let us know, whoever this guy is, his living circumstances. Interesting, we haven't really seen his face yet in that shot of him sitting there. His son rolling the orange, wanting to go to a soccer game. And sure, why not? It's the morning, got a coffee. Let's throw a little scotch or a little bourbon in there, whatever he's got. Wife doesn't look too pleased with that. Maybe a little rum, whatever it is. Just a little trickle, make the morning wake up go a little easier, I guess.
You keep an eye on that doughy prick with the flip-flops. I don't trust him. How you doing, sir?
IDs? She's on the list, but you're not.
Well, what's she supposed to do?
Need you to turn this around for me.
It's fine. It's good. I'll call you when we're headed back.
Right.
That's a great shot. Big, wide shot. Notice the isolation of Kate. This shot is sort of mirroring her circumstances. She doesn't know really what she's doing. She doesn't know any of the people that are involved. She has been separated from her partner, and she's about to embark on whatever this thing is, this mission, this assignment, whatever you want to call it. And she is alone out in the middle of nowhere, kind of like her in this shot out in the middle of this desert. So this is how cinematography can be used to express any number of things. One last point. Going back to our cop with the soccer playing son. Why did we cut to him? right? We're still early. We're only in the first 15 minutes of this film. Why did we cut to that guy? Hopefully that stays in your mind. Why is he important enough that we go see him? He just seemed to be an average dude, average Mexican cop with a kid and a wife. The wife kind of frowned at him, whether she was mad at him or the fact he was drinking liquor early in the morning. We don't know. We don't know a lot, but we did get that couple of minutes with that family. So we want to put that in our back pockets and see how that develops. All right, so that's Sicario, part 1 in the books. I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it, and take care.